Okay, let's do one last example by writing a script over here in our Sublime text. So I'm going to go ahead and import just like we did in our interactive mode. And then, we can let's just make a sine plot, because that's one of the things we did in class using MATLAB. So you can see it's going to look very similar to what MATLAB would look like. So we want to set up our times. We can actually use this numpy arange function. And so we say we want it to go from 0 to 2 times pi. Okay, and so to access pi, it's numpy.pi. And then we want to make a point every 0.01. Okay, and so that's one way we can set up time. Another way we can set up time, I'm going to just go ahead and put it in there, is this linspace. Again, we give it start and finish. Okay, but instead of the interval, we can actually tell how many points we want to. So let's say we want to give it 100 points. Okay, and so that will then space things out appropriately to give you exactly 100 points. Whereas the arange command just made sure everything was spaced at 0.01, and depending how big your range was is depend how many points you were. So we're just going to use arange. We could really use either one. Okay, and so now let's say we want to make a sine. So I'm going to say s equals npi dot sine of t. Okay, plot t comma s. Okay, but now we want to take the time and make some pretty labels and everything. So we can do plot x label, time in seconds, right? We can also give it a title. Okay, and then finally we want to show the plot at the end. Okay, and so that's our function, and I can save. This is sine plot.py. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and run it from the command line. Python sine plot.py. And we get our plot. It has the labels, it has the title just like we expected. And so this is the way we can plot in Python. It looks very similar to MATLAB.